Jack Lang, the former French culture minister, resigned from his post as president of the Arab World Culture Institute after revelations of his past contacts with Jeffrey Epstein. This came after the French Financial Prosecutor's Office opened an investigation into Lang and his daughter Caroline for alleged aggravated tax fraud laundering. The investigation was initiated after US Department of Justice documents showed years of correspondence and financial ties between Lang and Epstein, which French media sources claim prompted the inquiry. We're now being joined again by Major General Sudhakar. Thank you for joining us back here. Why did Jack Lang resign after his name appeared in the Epstein files? And is this an indication of him being guilty?
Yeah, but as things are evident in black and white, you see 2012 to 2019, and I'm given to understand that his name has been referred to more than 700 to 800 times. This is what the open source is saying. And in this period, the emails which are referring to, and it would do good to him that he's taken a right decision, in my opinion. And notwithstanding the high reputation that he enjoyed as a cultural minister, as also president of the establishment related to the Arab nations. So, and also there are some transactions, some money which have taken place from Ministry of External Affairs through him to Epstein file. And since the name is appearing time and again, the pressure is building up from the France. Also, if you look at Europe as such, UK, Norway, France, who else is left? By and large, I think every country gradually, systematically is being referred to in the Epstein file. I think much in detail are still awaited. So therefore, it's a good thing that given his age and the reputation he enjoyed, any kind of finger pointing which is going to cast aspersion on his character and morals and ethics. In my opinion, he's done the right thing, whether it is under pressure or it is his kind of a decision taken by himself. It's a correct step to go ahead with, and I admire this particular decision taken by him.
And we've seen in many cases when people of political figures do this, people start losing trust in their government. Does this case damage public trust in political and cultural institutions in France, do you think?
Without any doubt, without any doubt. There will be many more names coming up, believe you me. It is just the tip of the iceberg. And since the Epstein files are being released in an incremental manner, that's why the names are coming after one after another. Andrew's name came from the royal family. You had Norway's ex-minister, prime minister, his name was there. And another gentleman, the envoy of UK, also was figuring. So likewise, you will have many names coming. And the trust in the politics, whether it is Europe or America or anywhere in the world, is actually taking a beating, cutting across the party lines and the country lines. This is a very, very dangerous thing happening. It is going to compound the trust deficit, whether it is politics or diplomacy or economics or anything else. In the rules-based international order in 21st century, this definitely is coming down as a heavy hammer about the public trust in politics particularly.
Yeah. And how should leaders balance presumption of innocence with political accountability when their names surface in such high-profile scandals like the Epstein case? For example, in the UK, Keir Starmer had to apologise for believing Mandelson's saying he's innocent. So how should leaders balance this presumption?
The best way to balance it is that open admission, be truthful to oneself, look at the character building or the very event which has taken place in which their involvement in the Epstein file has been revealed, and the admission. To start with, the truth has to be acknowledged by the individual himself, and thereafter there is no harm. As a human being, one is bound to err, and having committed an error, it is highly disastrous and detrimental to the character of an individual if he continues to do the same thing. Self correction is the best way forward. They must resign, they must admit their mistake, even if the mistake has not taken place, to, to actually uh, give way to a much more truthful society for future generation. I think it would do well for all those people who are directly, indirectly involved in the Epstein file must come out clean by surrendering themselves, no matter whether it is their involvement was there or not there. They should open up themselves to the very, very professional investigation. If the investigation points a finger at their character, they must openly admit, yes, the mistake has been done and make amends for a better future.
And does this focus on financial ties and investigations rather than direct criminal charges?
Absolutely, without any doubt. Because so far, whichever name has come out in the open source, without any doubt, there is a linkage with the financial transactions. And even if they do not exist, let's say, without financial transactions, such kind of high profile, unethical practice cannot happen because one has to actually book in advance, one has to fly, one has to be accommodated. Look at the logistics required to merely pay a visit or to go and maintain contact with a character who's no more, Epstein, who committed suicide. This is a very, very expensive business that was going on, and I'm glad that it has actually been busted by the American society and the country.
Thank you so much, Major General Sudhakaji, for joining us here today on NewsX World.